What's up guys, welcome to another playthrough of Through the Ages using the replay feature on the app. This is a recent async game I played, so we'll take a look at the leaders and wonders first. Some very good Age A wonders, Roman roads, Colosseum and pyramids. Alex is available for 1 CA at the moment. Cleopatra, no one can take her on the first turn. Hippocrates is usually pretty solid leader as well. Joan for military action in Age 1. Nostradamus, I think those two are the most appealing out of these, I think. Gutenberg is quite good as well. Universitas, always a solid wonder. St. Pete's as well. Bach and Marlene are in, so that's a potential combination. So is Ian Fleming, and then obviously Gandhi. There is no International Red Cross or ocean liner, so that probably means irrigation is a little bit more highly valued. But yeah, so first turn he goes with Stonehenge, which actually leaves me with a pretty easy choice. I think Alex and Colosseum are the best choices there. There's no real yellows on for 2 CAs that were worth taking in AJ from those choices. So he builds a mine and takes urban growth. So I was pretty happy to see Joan come out here. I can elect Alex, and then because of the position where she is at the moment, she will fall to 1 CA unless my opponent takes her on his turn. So yeah, I can cash in Alex and save a food immediately and then get Joan. That's the plan anyway. So he builds the lab, the first stage of Stonehenge, and takes another frugality. So yeah, I get rid of Alex and put Joan, and then build 2 stages of Colosseum. So he gets Nostradamus. So that's a very good event, obviously, for Joan. I'm able to take advantage of it. Build a lab, take engineering genius for the last stage of Colosseum, and then breakthrough. Pierre isn't in the game, so I didn't go for bread and circuses. So yeah, as planned, finish Colosseum. Because Marlene and Bach are in, I take drama, and then knights as well because I have the tactic here. So that seemed, and the Colosseum, which gives me the discount on the science. So he goes with alchemy and irrigation. That's good because iron will fall to 1 for me. So I was pretty happy with that. I obviously saw that territory was the next card with Joan's ability, so I was able to take advantage of it. And yeah, just increase population to get out of corruption, so a bit of pressure on strength, but not too much given Nostradamus's strength boost for aggressions and events. So I get iron up and running, take a rich land to upgrade the next one, and this way both Machu Picchu and St. Pete's will stay available for me next turn in the 1 CA slot, or the 2 for wonder. So he goes with St. Pete's. I was okay with that. Even though I don't have irrigation. I think Machu Picchu is still okay with just iron. It's obviously better with irrigation, but yeah, I was okay with that. Should be able to finish that, and then Bach stays on 2 civil actions as well. territory. I was very happy just to get that for one. Finish Machu Picchu, take back in scientific method. I think my plan here was to go for scientific method next turn. I would have obviously the science and the rock to upgrade both. Maybe even upgrade a mine as well, depending on what comes out. But then Conmon appears. So he takes Max here, which kind of heavily telegraphed that he was probably going to go for Conmon. And given I haven't got a government either, then and I had the science, Conmon kind of took precedence over getting scientific method up and running this turn. With the revolutionary idea, I should be able to get that out as well. And yeah, I replace, or I put back in as my leader. So another territory. So I think priority here is to catch up a bit in strength and get science up and running. Gets me out of corruption. I get riflemen as well, given I have this tactic, and it keeps H3 tactics open, given I didn't get swordsmen. I was glad to see he didn't take strategy there. That would leave it available for me. And I play drama now, but don't build one. Just mainly I didn't want to lose that card. Even though opera is still available, drama is still very, very strong with back. And I have plenty of food, so population shouldn't be an issue. So I skipped on selective breeding. And now I have both tactics for my both military text for my tactic. So he actually lost St. Pete's. He wasn't able to build it in time, which is quite a big loss. Two dramas gets me out of corruption, and then strategy gets me ahead in strength. So any potential strength events. This leaves Wave of Nationalism on 2 as well. So he finally elects Max. We're kind of in a bit of a culture race now. So 54 plus 9. I'm on 39 plus 9. Sorry. So yeah, a bit of a gap to make up. So on certain borders, quite a good event. Another drama and increased pop to get out of corruption. So that was my original plan, was to try and get Marlene. I probably wouldn't have elected her immediately if I had got her, but for him it made complete sense. And then I just had so much rock, and Empire State Building is a decent points from that, and it only takes one step or one civil action to complete. It really helped me catch up again in culture. And then movies, I know Fleming is in, so I take movies. It's a good colony to win. My civil action advantage there allowing me to hold quite a few, military action advantage allowed me to hold quite a few colonization cards, so that was a very good territory to get. He fixes his science and upgrades his rock. It's quite late, but yeah, so he's looking pretty good culture and science. So I have a heavy surplus of science. That was a painful event, but yeah, so just trying to keep up with the culture. Still very good science, and then Fleming coming down to one civil action. So he goes with fast food chains for 4, which will leave Hollywood available for me. So I can score that pretty highly with Fleming. I leave back in just because it's slightly more culture, I think. And my calculations there were I should be able to upgrade at least one. Given I have engineering genius, I should be able to upgrade one drama to a movie, elect Fleming, and still complete the Hollywood on my final turn. And I know I can defend because I have the couple of defense cards, and I'm only 10 behind. So that doesn't really change anything. He doesn't have the rock to finish fast food chains. Yeah, I just, as planned, upgrade one to movies and then finish Hollywood for 34. So I managed to get 2 H3 wonders, which allowed me to keep up in culture. So going into the last, we're at 152 versus 164, or sorry, 182 after my final round of production. So I think that was one he seeded that. I think impact of culture again. I think that was one he seeded. Government was one I seeded, a small advantage for me. And then balance, I think I may have seeded that just for the three points for seeding it. So yeah, I was kind of worried in the mid game a bit, given I was a little bit behind and I wasn't really producing any more culture than him. But I guess the build up that I had from the rock production, Machu Picchu, really helped, and then having Empire State Building fall onto this slot was really allowed me to stay in the game. And then obviously the final Hollywood just sealed it, being able to get Ian Fleming and 1 movies upgraded from a drama, plus 1 multimedia was quite strong in the end. If we look at the graphs, culture, yeah, as we see, my production increased quite a bit here. I think that was probably when I got the dramas, the 2 dramas, the turn I built 2 dramas. Up until then I was kind of lagging in the culture production. And then yeah, it really kind of caught up, and then it's kind of a pretty close race after that. As I said, I think the 2 wonders were being able to build those was key. Science wise, yeah, I got scientific method up and running quite early, but otherwise it was fairly close throughout in terms of the amount of science, certainly from the mid game anyway. Up until then I was kind of lagging a little bit. Food wise, yeah, I was kind of lean all along. They did get irrigation. I skipped on irrigation but managed to survive just because I had Machu Picchu. And then resources, yeah, as I said, Machu Picchu was quite important. Allowed me to kind of pull away in terms of resource production, and eventually the 2 H3 wonders were kind of so key in actually winning the game, so it really paid off in the end. So yeah, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this game. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. Otherwise, thanks for joining, and I'll see you again next time.